What's up, everybody?
Podcast time.
What's good?
What's good?
What's good with you?
Sim Sloan,
Bishop Jamie Barfield,
what's your first email address?
simsloan@aol.com.
You still use that?
Stuck to the brand. Yeah.
Love it. Mine was jbarfield7@aol.com, and it's still Hotmail address, but I can't remember what it was. Because Hotmail was like the first that I remember having I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we had AOL dial-up internet.
Yeah.
So that's what we all
Yeah, I
had.
had Hotmail in school, but then my AOL was for the house because we had
Yeah.
dial-up internet. And so you used to get that disc and you put it in there and it yeah, that thing here. Remember that, Caleb?
No.
Oh, poor fella.
I switched to Gmail once I got into college, and then it's just kind of stuck with Gmail.
Yeah, the hard part for me was Gmail was after like college and everything for me, so I never made it to Gmail. So I think I have a Gmail because I had to have one for like YouTube or something.
Yes.
So I think I have a Gmail that I never use, but surely because I needed to have a YouTube thing or something. I don't know. Anyways, funny how whenever we're in stores and it was like, because Maddie's is still AOL, mine's still AOL, and so when we're in stores and they're like, "Can we get your email address or whatever?" and every time you say it, it's always that little giggle, like, "What? You guys still in AOL?" Yeah, we still in AOL. Did you have a water taste off?
Yeah.
With who?
Your wife and some of your female staff members for next week's episode of What's the Point?
Nice. Awesome.
You want to sip on one?
No, I'm all right. Maybe later. So I sent you a little funny meme article today. This is in life, probably one of my. We're going to talk spiritual things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk church hurt and some spiritual things, but let's start here.
Okay.
In life, one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
So bad that it pet peeves me so much that I actually take action with this pet peeve.
Yeah.
One of my pet peeves is people who just get the stuff out the shopping cart and then leave the shopping cart there and then go get in their car and leave.
It's one of my pet peeves too, so I totally get it.
I don't understand it.
Drives me insane.
How inconsiderate.
Yeah.
I think people who leave their shopping carts and don't go put it back are incredibly lazy and inconsiderate. And I'm sure there's reason. I'm not talking about the little like if I see an old couple and they're putting their stuff away, I say, "Hey, can I put your shopping cart back for you?" Or if I see, someone who's handicapped or whatever, I'm quick to say, "Hey, can I help you with that?"
Single mom with three
Single
kids.
mom with kids. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, "Hey, can I help you with that?"
Yeah.
But the perfectly fine, perfectly helpful,
the 40-year-old male that goes out there, can walk fine, has no issues, has a full load of groceries, and puts them in his car and just leaves it right there,
makes no sense.
none.
I don't understand you people.
And especially from a parking perspective, when you pull in and you're like, "Oh, there's an empty spot," you get halfway through your turn, there's a dang shopping cart sitting right in the fucking spot.
Cart right in the middle of the parking spot.
People are
so whenever I'm going in from my park, let's say I park at Walmart, I'm going in and there's a random shopping cart there. I just pick it and bring it with me to the front door. Most of the time, I won't even use that shopping cart, but just bring it with me just to
prove a point.
Just be kind to the next person,
I've done it in front of the person that's left.
Me too.
On purpose.
Me too. As they were driving away, I would just grab it and put it back into the little thing right here. I don't understand it.
No.
Like, there are things in life that people do, and I go, I understand that. It doesn't make sense to me, but I kind of understand why. I mean, I don't think I would do that, but it kind of makes sense. I kind of understand like where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. Not this.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I was in a hurry. You could take 8 seconds.
Yeah. They have them everywhere.
Everywhere. So inconsiderate or so lazy. I don't know which one, but it is unbelievably frustrating for me.
And what's funny is I think a lot of people's pet peeves too at the grocery
Yeah. Well, those of you who do that, stop.
stop.
Just stop it.
Get
They
some
don't watch
help.
this podcast.
Those people don't watch
I
it.
don't think so.
If you ever think to listen, it's pouring rain. You ran through the rain. I even understand that. Like at least that a little bit makes sense to me. But it's a beautiful day outside, and you just too lazy to go put it up where it goes. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Put your shopping cart up.
Threw it away.
Put it away.
That might be the
Even
reel
look
for
and
the
see.
week if you don't.
Pull that clip for the week. Just standing up on my soapbox and putting a little rant. What's your favorite worship song right now?
You Saved Me by Upper Room is a really good one that is kind of ministers to me.
You save me, you save me. Oh, no, in your love. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That sound right?
Yep.
Pretty close.
Really close.
I think it's on the
Staff morning.
Yeah.
staff morning prayer list.
It is.
I love that one. The one we did the other week. Just a mention of his
Yeah,
name.
that's my jam.
Yeah, it's fire. Really good.
If you walk in sick, you're gonna walk out
Heal.
healed. If you walk in bound, you're gonna walk out free. Yeah. Just a mention of his name.
Yeah, it's
So
fun.
good.
It's fun.
Belonging code.
Yep.
Does that stand for company?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
100%.
Are you 100% sure of that?
Yes.
Co sushi. Does that stand for company sushi?
I don't think so.
Wonder what co stands for there.
I don't know.
Belonging co.
Because it's got a little dot after it.
Okay.
It's either the belonging company or the belonging corporation.
Ooh.
Could be either one.
Corp. I like that.
Yeah.
Belonging Corp. Belonging Co. They sung this at Winterfest. Winterfest.
Yeah.
And Carson took a video of it, sent it to me. I was like, oh man, that's a jam. That's a bop right there. People still say that. That's a bop. It's a bop right there. And so,
Not too many people, but
well,
people say
we
it.
can. We can
Yeah,
still say it if
we
we
can
want
say
to.
it.
You
I
are.
say it's a banger.
It's a banger.
You are.
It's a banger.
And people. So we were saying that. Yeah. So anyways, I found it and I was like, it got in me and I was like, oh, we gotta sing this song. So
It's a fun song to sing and play. The band enjoyed it too. It was fun.
good. That's always nice.
Yeah, you can't always find those songs either. Either one or the other, but it's fun.
Like all this worships well. Everybody loved it, but it was not the
Monotonous.
just
musically
saying
monotonous. Yeah.
3 notes over and over
Yeah.
and whatever.
Yeah, there's not like when I was growing up, Israel Houghton and those guys were creating all the hits, and everything they did was fun, vocally and musically.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the reasons why like my generation had a lot more worship leaders come out of it because there was a lot of inspired people.
What's Israel doing now?
He's still singing and writing and all that
Is
stuff.
he producing? I mean, like putting
He
songs out.
He just went out and did a new tour with him, Kirk Franklin, Tasha Cobbs, and Jonathan McReynolds, and yeah, it was a crazy big tour.
Israel was the man. He was
They don't come to cities like Myrtle Beach though.
Nah.
Those tours. They go to Atlanta, New York
Yeah.
City, LA.
little bigger
Yeah.
pool of people to choose from in places like that.
They sold out almost every arena, I think, and they had like 12,000 plus showing up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Israel's the man. So let's talk. I don't know how to enter into this conversation.
Yeah. Tough one.
Tough one. So, in our community, there's a situation where it is creating or has created church hurt. So I say that to say that's what's kind of sparked this conversation between us,
Yeah.
but not what I want this conversation to revolve around.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, they're talking about, no, we're not. That just is where we're at in our community right now. Okay. Church hurt something I experienced. I say it about my life. My testimony is not drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
My testimony is church hurt. That's what God had to deliver me from. You ever experienced church hurt?
100%.
Anything you like a story like here goes what happened you want to share or
Yeah, I can. I don't have to go into a whole lot of details.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things was, I grew up in ministry, traveling and singing, and we kind of left the road to go on staff at a church, and I was like 15 at the time, and it was a cool situation, something that had changed my life, kind of allowed me to become a part of a local church and like have friends that I was always able to see, all more than just like once a month, but like week daily, like these were my people. And I never really had that growing up, so that was really cool. And then
how old were you this time?
15.
15.
Yeah. So
Did you already tell me that?
yeah, I said
my
that.
bad.
It's all good. But like 6 to 8 months in, I think it was 6 to 8 months in, the pastor just called my mom and dad in his office and said, "I'm gonna release you back into your ministry." And they were like, "What ministry?" Like, since we left everything, we told everybody we're done. Like, it. And it was just one of those things that it wasn't directly towards me, but because it hurt my mom and dad so much, and it reshaped my life again, where I'd gotten settled back into something that I was really excited about. Um, I allowed a lot of church hurt to be pointed towards him, the pastor at the time, and just it took me a long time to like get over that. Like a long time.
So I went to Top Golf.
Yeah.
And there were 6 of us at the bay. You're allowed to have 6 at the bay. And they only, I don't know, I guess this is a rule, only allow 5 chairs at the bay. So it's really weird whenever you order food to constantly be switching chairs and whose drink is whose. So it just made sense to us to get a 6th chair so that when you're done hitting, you just come back to your same seat so that there's not this
it's your chair.
musical chair. It's your chair.
Yeah.
Your food, your water, everything's right there in front of you. At this time, I was a not like a platinum member at Top Golf, but like I forgot what it was called. Where
you had the membership.
it's a membership thing where you could play in the mornings and you could play. You couldn't do it like weekends or nights or any of the high times, but you could play in the mornings and you could play. It was like a club member.
Yeah.
Because my family went a lot. We loved it. It was very enjoyable. So people next to us, they only have 2 people at their bay, and I say to them, "Hey, borrow one of your chairs." They're like, "Yeah, of course." We grab a chair, pull it up to our table. It's perfect. We're eating. The club concierge, the guy who goes around to all of platinum members or whatever and checks on them, how you doing, comes over and says, "Hey, you can't, where did you get that chair from?" I was like, "Oh, we borrowed it from them. You're not allowed to have a 6th chair." They're like, "What?" So they made this big whole scene about us having the 6th chair. Of course, obviously, we gave the chair back. No big deal. Who cares? Like, no reason to get upset.
Yeah.
So I was frustrated. I get very frustrated at stuff like that. Like people who make big deals of stuff that isn't a big deal really frustrates me.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve of mine as well. So it frustrated me. Fast forward to probably next time. I'll say next time because it makes the story better. May have been this, not the next time, but the next time. At some point in the next few times that we went, we had another situation with the same exact guy. This time it was way more frustrating for me. And I said to him, "I don't understand what you're making a big deal of. Why are you frustrated about something that doesn't matter at all?" And walked away from Top Golf that day. And I said, "I'm never going back to Top Golf again."
Yeah.
Because this guy right here who represents Topgolf, I'm never going back to Topgolf again. And I held true to that for quite a while. People say, "You want to go to Topgolf?" No, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
What if he's gone? I don't know. Maybe he's gone.
Yeah.
Maybe he's still there. I don't know. So fast forward, I went back to Topgolf. Fast forward, I love Topgolf. Fast forward, that guy is still there. Fast forward, when he comes to my table, I know that he's a turd. I mean, he's not. He may not be a turd. He just makes things out of nothing.
Yeah.
He makes mountains out of molehills.
Yeah.
And so I just know that's who he is. The last time we were there, he came and tried to, again, he's just, and the waitress was like, "So sorry." Like, I guess he knows us now. Maybe he just is frustrated at me for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyways, I'd say that to say this is what we do with the church world.
Yeah.
We let one person represent the entire church, and then we say, "I'm never going back to church again because of that one person."
Yeah.
Because of that guy at Topgolf, I'm never going back to Topgolf again. And the truth is, I miss Topgolf. I needed Topgolf in my life. I enjoyed that time with my family. I enjoyed that, that little bit of, you know, sunshine and, just enjoyment, entertainment, whatever it is. I enjoyed that. And I wanted that in my life. And I allowed that guy to steal that from me because of his attitude towards me. And this is what we do in the church world.
100%.
One bad experience creates pain that we walk away from something that we should love, something that we should want in our life. We walk away from it and say, "I can't do this anymore because of that one guy."
Yeah, and just because one person made it not beautiful doesn't mean it's not beautiful.
Yeah. And so
Talking about the church, not talking about.
Yeah. I tell that really long story about Topgolf to say, I'm sure I've been that guy for people.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been that guy for people.
Yeah.
I'm sure Caleb's been that guy for people where we've accidentally run people off from the church and hopefully not the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
But definitely run them off from our church because of things we've said or done or the ways that we have acted. And I just, a few weeks ago, I just apologized to everybody. I'm sorry for the church hurt you felt. I'm sorry. And I feel like, I am sorry. I'm sorry that people have had to experience that. But at some point, we've got to get to the place to where we value what happens here more than the hurt we feel from the person that has offended us or disrespected us or made us feel a certain way. Because the church is more than the unrighteous, minister down the road who made a bad decision or whatever the situation may be. The church is more than a bad decision.
Yeah.
And should be more to our lives than somebody who, misallocated funds or whatever the situation may be. Again, no specific situation, just in general, church hurt.
Yeah.
People get hurt by these things, and we walk away and say, I'm struggling to come back to this place because of what that person did.
Yeah.
We see this all the time.
I was thinking about a story that I saw online, but also Tony mentioned on Monday or Tuesday morning during after staff prayer. He talked about 5,000 seat auditorium sanctuary in Akron, Ohio that's desolate, rundown, no longer a church. And just thinking about, how whatever happened there, I don't know the situation, I haven't looked it up or anything like that, but whatever happened there, what happened to those people? Like, did whatever happen there that was so bad that allowed that church to not be a church, to be shut down? Like, do those people, are they still within? Are they still serving the Lord? Are they still, loving the church? Or did whatever happened there hurt so bad that they refused to go back? Because it doesn't matter, like you said, it doesn't matter what has happened to me, to you, to anybody, as far as the church or the person that represented the church to us has caused pain in our life or whatever. It doesn't change the fact that the church represents a community of believers that we need to be a part of. It doesn't mean that we have to be a part of that church and that community of believers, because sometimes those um, community standards, even though the person may leave or something like that, or even that community maintains a tainted sense of what church should be, that doesn't mean that there is the church that is represented well and is righteous and is loving and is full of grace that we can find and be a part of and find what we've always been searching for. And that's kind of my testimony. Like after church hurt, God just has led me down a path of finding what I was always looking for anyhow. Now I'm an adult, so it's a lot different, and I made choices to make my life what I wanted it to look like there. And part of that was coming here and being a part of this church, but that was a part of the healing for me was finding that again and being able to be a part of a community. My story is way different than pretty much anybody else's.
Yep.
But it's still like that's what this is supposed to be for people.
Yeah, I was about to say we say around here a lot what we do as people. Like
Yeah.
that's our life. This is our job. This is our calling. We're here for people. This is what we do. And you get taken advantage of, and people take that out of it's just it's a tough role in which we play in people's lives because they are our lives. This is what we do. People is what we do. And like you said, that if there's a 5,000 seat auditorium empty, hopefully all of those people that are attached to that building went and connected to another local church body.
Yeah.
Probably not what happened, but hopefully that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so many people who have been hurt by church, and rather than fighting through all of the nasty parts of a local church to get to the beauty of the church, they just give up in the process.
Yeah.
And I would just encourage all of you, man. I tell people I am the local church's biggest fan now. I believe in the local church. It's the reason why we do campus ministry. We don't do campus. Man, campus ministry is so hard.
So
We don't do campus ministry because
fun.
it's so hard. It's so hard, man.
Let's just go start 5 more campuses.
It's so hard. So the reason we do it is to be able to, because we believe in the local church.
Yeah.
And if there's a community that, we're going to the Clemson area, Pendleton, and we're going into that community because we believe that community needs the message of Jesus Christ, the hope of Jesus Christ. We love people in that community, and we want to impact them, and we want to, shine the love of Jesus Christ on them. And will there be hiccups along the way? And will there be, messes along the way? Absolutely, man. But we fight through those things because we believe in the local church. And so as I stand here as this huge advocate for the local church, I stand here knowing that there's people out there who are tuning in because the thing said shopping carts and church hurt, and they're going, well, let's hear what you have to say. Here goes what I have to say. The church is amazing and beautiful. Stop allowing the local congregation of the church to pollute what the church is.
Yeah.
And there's humanity attached to everything. Everything. Humanity attached to everything. There's somebody in every church that's trying to pollute it and make it something contrary to what God desired it to be. I shared something the other day about, Satan's not fighting against the church. He's trying to join the church.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, that's so good, right?
Yeah, and we're not ignorant to the fact that those people are being sent here.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
So we fight against that.
Yeah, and so there's people that are here on assignment to try to make the church look messy.
Yeah.
And instead of getting to a place where we say, hey, that's somebody that's not the type of person that we believe should be representing Jesus Christ, we just accept them as the gospel and we say, oh, church is messy, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
What a trick of the enemy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy, man. It's wild watching. I said this, I don't know when, I feel like Sunday morning maybe, but watching it happen and knowing where it's coming from and people not being able to see it. It's wild.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, you ever experienced church hurt?
No.
Just, yes, I'm sure you have. You just
There's people in the church who have hurt me.
say it again.
There are people in the church who have hurt me.
Yeah.
You, Simeon,
Probably deserve
Angie, have been hurt. But no, obviously, this church has protected our family more than most pastors' kids and families are protected, and we're incredibly
definitely tried.
We're incredibly grateful for that aspect. We've been
definitely have tried.
We've been protected, and we're grateful.
Yeah.
On behalf of the council.
So you're here on the podcast, new podcast room, new setup. What's your thoughts?
Nice. A little different. The side table look nice. I know we did this at one point, so going back, like TV, like the little wood grain background.
It changed. Last week it was something different. Changing up every week.
Yeah,
a little something different.
Last week. I like the light of the windows, the natural lights. Kind of.
Got that one. 3 camera angles. Nice to kind of have a little different view. And so as your life and ministry has shifted through the years, one of the things that has been spoken over you often that has almost been a frustration of yours is writing songs.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Going there. I think so. I think you think you're ready for things at times, and then you get frustrated when they don't happen, and then you realize you were never ready for them in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. That, I wrote a lot when I was younger, 18, 17, 19, out of just sheer, just the Lord speaking through me, and just had a lot of protection and a lot of grace around me that kind of protected me from myself. And so I was really blessed in that season of life and just had a lot of creativity, a lot more time. And so it was just, it was a very unique season of life for me. But after that, just very different. I had a lot of changes, a lot of growing up to do spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And so I kind of put all that on the back burner. And then it was so far on the back burner that when I realized that it was on the back burner, that it was like it was a foreign language. And then I was like, I want to do this again. And then trying to relearn how to do it again was tough. And then I feel like I got there. And then we wrote the Psalms 118 song. And I've written a couple of them since then, but nothing that I'm like super proud of and said, this is, I got to sing this song. Psalms 118 was just a really unique, special song that was kind of birthed through your thought process, given to me, and said, here, let's work with this. And then the scripture just kind of wrote it for me. But since then, it's been kind of a couple of years of silence, but
January this year, you got a lot of multiple moments of do it, unlock it, it's there, and go for it.
I think in every area I'm ready except for one, and that is something that me and you talked about. Just some of the like copyright, publishing, legal stuff that got to have some conversations about. Spend some time getting some paperwork done, and then kind of create our own publishing company here. That way, when we write songs in-house, we have them, they're copywritten, they're published in-house. We don't have to worry about the legal side of things or anything happening after that. And that was like something that I had come from a dream the other day, random dream.
Yeah,
and that was really cool.
And if you don't have that stuff, then you could have written a really awesome song and been in a really terrible mess.
100%. Could have written a "How Great Is Our God" type song, and then
Been sued out of your mind.
3 people in there, and somebody left the church, and then they wanted their piece of the pie, and we didn't have anything in writing, or stuff that I don't think like that, because a lot of the times I'm a realistic person, but I do try to think the best of people, but I know people, so it is what it is.
Being a realist, do you find yourself struggling to dream?
Yeah, I don't dream well.
Yeah.
I can dream, but I know when I dream that it's from the Lord.
Yeah.
Like I know when I see something beyond what's realistic.
Do you struggle with someone like me who dreams and creates almost dreams for you because of?
No, but I struggle putting the dreams within the confines of reality. So like, I'm totally cool with dreams, and I love dreams. I love when I dream, but when I'm dreaming or have a dream presented to me that says this, but my reality says this, that's where the struggle of getting from dream or from reality to dream is where I struggle the most. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You a dreamer, Caleb?
Not at all. I'm a realist.
You Eeyore over there today?
No. Just here for the ride.
Eeyore vibe on us today.
I'm good. I'm in a good mood.
Good. Praise the Lord.
I got a lot of cleaning in here to do, though.
You do. Yeah, you do. Well, thanks y'all for hanging out with us, spending some time. God bless. Peace out.
Thanks, Mountain Dew.
Hey, click here.
You got choices, man. What camera you want it on?
You tell me. Click here for the next video.
That's your forehead, buddy.
Click here to subscribe.
We can do that. Sure. Peace out. See
Peace out.
ya.
Let's go.